G'day mate, my name is Daly and today we're going to be talking about Desert Skies and the new update that is coming out rather soon. I cannot wait. Now the first thing you got to know is that your saves will be erased because they have redone the whole way you build your airship. Now because of this, the old airships won't be compatible with the new parts, so you're going to have to restart the whole game. Now in saying that, this update is well worth the trouble of starting again. Now first things first, I will be showing off a few of the models that they are teasing with us. We got new doors, we got new trap doors, and we got windows, all like kind of old style. Now you have some of the old style, we'll say, returning to this update, and they're going to be marked under rickety, so you can get a little bit better quality woods and all that and make sure it's all nice and proper and all pristine. And then there's going to be the lattice fencings later on and the vine and all that sort of stuff, so that'll be implemented later, but for now that's what we're looking for. Now we have got some new apparatus. We have the new workbench, so that looks phenomenal. The new blacksmith bench as well. We've got a new look for the smelter as well. Now we have a few new other things added into this update. They're called apparatus, and so far there is 7 of them. We have the artifactor, I think that's how it's pronounced, where you can be able to craft devices like the compass, the pocket watch, the spyglass, and more, which that's all they're teasing at the moment. The next one is the gunsmith, where you can craft your guns and ammo. I did see that said guns, plural, not single. I don't know if that means the upgraded gun, the normal gun, and then something else. By the looks of it, we are getting a flare gun, so I'm not sure how that's going to be working. I don't know if it'll scare off the seeker or not, but we can test it out, right? The next one is called the Tesla workbench. Now I really don't know what we can expect here. I think it's going to be something like the lab equipment that we come across in the last series that I did on Desert Skies, where you can kind of research the seeker, but you couldn't really do much with it. But this time, as Nikola Tesla will leave us hints and items and everything around the world, we actually be able to make what he makes as along the way, and he'll be able to leave us a breadcrumb trail to where he is and leave us the equipment that we're going to need to face the things that he's facing. Now the next one after that is the nail rig. It is basically a speedy way to make nails in bulk. If it has the resources put into the nail rig, it can then be just continually making nails. It will be fantastic. You load it up with all the stuff and it just goes. It's awesome. Speaking of, the next one is called the still, which will make some alcohol. I'm not sure exactly what ingredients we're gonna need for that just yet. We do have a fair few new ingredients coming to this next update, but the next apparatus is the grindstone, so you need to look after your tools. If you have, I think it's a stone pickaxe or a stone axe, it'll break, and once it breaks, it's just broken. But in the other tiers, the iron axe and the iron pickaxe, you need to sharpen it. Now there's also a gold pickaxe and a gold axe, which is used for unique resources. And then there's also the Nikola Tesla axe and pickaxe, where it will chop down or mine absolutely everything in one swing. Now that is just crazy, but I cannot wait to test it out, that's for sure. But moving on, we have got the storage. Now we actually have a different storage to what I've ever seen. Like in grounded we had grass pallets, in forest we had log pallets on all that storage and everything, but in this we have baskets and barrels and pallets and everything, sort of like just the storage is on display. We don't really have chests, we have individual storages for everything. By the looks of it, I don't know if you just kind of put it down and when the resource goes in, it just like changes to what it needs to be. I don't know how it works, but we'll figure it out when it eventually comes out. Either way, it looks mighty interesting, and I cannot wait to test this out. It'll make things a little bit more brighter around the raft. You can actually make like a big storage room and you'll be like, oh cool, I have this much rope, I have that much gold, I have, oh, I've gone out of ore, you need to go get some. You know, that's what I'm talking about. You can just, you don't even need to go into the chest to be like, do I have gold? Do I have it? No, apparently not. So yeah, you just go over, look, open the door, and you go, oh look, I'm out of gold. Is there gold over there? I can go get it. You know, that sort of stuff. Anyway, I digress. The next thing that we need to look at is the tools. Well, I've already discussed the axe and pickaxes, but the other tools involved are going to be stuff like the shovel. We've got a compass, a sickle, a tap where we can jab it into cactuses and get water and all that sort of stuff. We've got a new look for the knife. We've got a new look for the building hammer. We have a new look for the revolver. Everything has been reworked, and we've got a pocket watch, and we've also got a spyglass for looking around the desert. Now they're going to change the blimps. So at the moment we've got green blimps for where we need to go to direct us. Now what they're going to change it into in future is they're going to put down like signs or something you need to look for. You need to be pretty aware of your surroundings, and you know, to be able to find the hints that the game's sending you. Maybe there's a billboard or something, or a certain house or something you might have to look for. There's going to be landmarks that you're going to have to look for. Maybe it's a river. Maybe it's like a river that winds in a certain way or something like that. And you have to go, right, there's a town on the edge of that or whatever, but you're going to have to look for it instead of having the blimps. So the flare gun will be used for lighting up your surroundings at night. Speaking of, they're actually going to make the Seeker blind. It's not going to be implemented in this game, but that's what we're going to be looking forward to in the future. So the Seeker will be blind. We won't have to worry about it spotting us from ridiculous lengths. We actually have to worry about what noise we make. So in saying that, there will be things planted into the environment that will make us very susceptible, I can't say that word, to noise. So if we're not paying attention, we might kick over a bucket, and then it'll be like, there, over there, he's over there, you know. So you're gonna have to be careful of what we do with our surroundings. So that'll be interesting. I do like that approach. And the last tool that I haven't mentioned yet is the pocket watch. Now the pocket watch is going to be used for finding certain resources at a certain time of day. I do not know what that means. Maybe at night some things glow, and maybe during the day something pops up or something like that, or I don't know. I've got no idea what that means, but we'll have to find out, that's for sure. So here is a new shot of some of the new items that we can expect in the game. We haven't got any details on what any of this is, but feel free to comment what they are in the comment section. Hopefully you are excited about this as what I am. But moving on, the next thing is the new Harvestables. Now again, I've got no idea what most of these are. There is a new alien item going to be brought into the game. Obviously there's a crystal there, obviously there's a thing that looks like a pineapple, but I don't know what any of it is. Now there is a new mining mechanism as well. Instead of having the nodes on the outside, you have to look for the weak point on the around the outside, and then you can bust your way through into the inside, and I'm assuming you just pick it up. I don't know if you have to actually mine each node individually or not. That's kind of past my knowledge, but if you see here, as we do mine, we don't have floating items. We actually have a hand. So now we actually have all these new animations to actually all of the items that are in the game now. So yeah, that'll be crazy. The sheer fact that we actually have hands and everything, and not just the pickaxe going for it or the axe is going for it. It changes the things. Just gives it a little bit more character, you know? Now the first part of this crafting update is going to update the blacksmith location. So basically all of the braziers and the grill will be all new, and the outcome of the braziers working as a cooking top sort of thing, they'll actually produce charcoal to help us make gunpowder. Now I don't know how all this is going to work. We're going to have to figure it out. We're going to have to start a new game. because our save's going to be deleted. Now, before we do that, I'm actually going to jump into the game to show you what we are playing with now. And when the update comes out, I'll show you what has changed. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. So, as of this update, when you go to find loot, you have to go to location specific to find the resources you want to find. See, if you want to find alcohol, you're going to need to find a saloon. If you want to find charcoal, you need to go to the blacksmith. And if you want to find gunpowder, you're going to need to go to the Legion camp, and you know, all that sort of stuff. So it's going to be very interesting, that's for sure. Another thing they've added into this update is a new motion for the Seeker. It also has a grabbing animation. So if you have a knife and it grabs you, you actually have a slight chance, if you time it right, to jab the Seeker and get it to let go of you without having any damage taken to you. You know, if this doesn't happen, as it says here, we actually get eaten, or it drags us back to its hole and then we get eaten. So that's not good, but I'm really willing to see what this is going to be like. I cannot wait. Now, they've done a lot of preparing for the new updates and everything as well. So apparently we're going to be able to face off with the Seeker quite early. Now, I don't know what that really means, but hopefully it'll be alright. I cannot wait for it. Let's jump into the game and let's see what it looks like now, as my last save was, and what it's going to look like after the fact. Okay, so unfortunately I could not get my save back. Now, I just want to prove a point that this is what the game looks like at the moment. Now, you can see in the distance there is a blimp, so that's things they're going to be removing later on. Now, if I go into my inventory here, you might be able to see, I'll zoom in for you. These are what the platforms look like at the moment. So this is only things we can build right now. Now, they're going to keep some of this stuff as rickety platforms and everything, but there isn't much to it, you know. So like, you can build storages, you can build these sort of things, but they're going to make it a lot better. So this is kind of what the game looks like right now. It's hard to show you because I don't have my saves or any of my pre-release footage. But if you do want to see what this game was like pre this update, I have got a link in my description to my Let's Play that I played recently of the game. So you can see how the game was then and what it's going to be like after this update. That is basically all the time I have for today, everybody. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video, and you know the jazz, everything is down in the description, and you can catch me here daily. Have a good one, mate.